Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Slay Vibez Only Podcast. What is up? It's your girl, Jessica, and baby. Whoo! Welcome to the first episode after a 1.5 year long hiatus. Y'all, when I say it has been a journey, that is literally an understatement, but I am so glad to be back in front of this mic. It's crazy that it's even been that long, right? Like, first of all, I can't even believe that we're already at the end of 2024. Like, it's literally, the year just flew by. Like, it's insane. I am about to have, well, first of all, before I go into any of that, I just want to say hey, hello, hi to all of my returning listeners and new listeners, because your girl is just so glad to be back here with you guys. I'm just so grateful, first of all, that you have even been tuning in, that I have been getting just so many, like, when are you going to podcast again? When are you going to record another episode? Like, all of the just asks and the excitement and everything. I am just so grateful that you guys even want to continue to tune in, let alone I've still had people that have been listening to the, past episodes and just, pouring in the support. And I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for really just standing behind me and continuing to support and push for the Slay Vibez Only Podcast to be what it is. I am just so grateful, and yeah, like, I'm just so grateful. But again, I literally cannot, I just can't believe that we're already at the end of 2024. If you guys are listening to this episode, it is most likely after Election Day. And honey, that is a completely different topic that we are not going to get into right now. But just say I'm just going to say I really hope that, you've gone out there, you've casted your vote, and you are doing what your 110% right is in this country to do, and that is to vote. So that's all I'm going to say on that one. But yeah, we're literally at the end of 2024. I am about to be a mom of twin 2-year-olds. Pray for my sanity. And I am just confounded at how fast time moves, even when you feel like you're not doing much of anything. And that's entirely crazy to say, but I mean, think about it. Like, we're moving in, day out, and we don't even realize how much time passes in these little moments. Like, it's crazy to fully comprehend. But here we are in November. And December is right around the corner. And then we're going to be looking up, and it's going to be January 1st, 2025. Insanity. But again, I'm so glad you're here. And I really am using today's episode as a way to reintroduce Jessica to you. Because when I say I feel like this very unintentional year-long hiatus has been a year of growth, of just so much just insight and like wisdom, and just another lesson in how we as people or as humans know nothing. Especially me. Like, I feel like that's my perpetual lesson in life, and I'm probably going to continue to repeat it as long as I live, because again, I'm a human, and I just realize every single day that as much as I think I know, I actually know less and less. And I'm discovering so much more about myself at every stage that I go through in life. And so there's just so much that I have been tackling in this last year that I cannot wait to share with you guys. But today we're pretty much going to dive into where I've been, what's been going on, reintroduce bits and pieces of my story, and really just reconnect with why I started this podcast to begin with, because I really have been thinking about that. And when it came to me figuring out when and if I wanted to come back and start everything up again, I really had to reconnect to that why. What was the purpose? What was the mission? What was the movement? And why did I want to do it? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So plug in your earphones. This isn't going to be a super long episode, but get settled in. Get yourself some coffee if you're listening in the morning. Whatever it is you want to do. And yeah, let's get right into it. So, where have I been? I know y'all are probably wondering. And if you're not wondering, I'm going to tell you anyway. So, honestly, I did not plan, like I said, to take a year and a half, almost like 15, 16 month hiatus from podcasting. I did not plan on doing that. I think the last episode I did was like in May of 2023, and it was around the time of my first, well, not my first Mother's Day, but like kind of sort of ish my first Mother's Day. And well, yeah, it was around my first Mother's Day. Sorry, Lord, time again. And there was just a lot going on in life in general. And it was really where I found myself kind of figuring out whether or not I was going to go back to work. The girls were getting older, and just where me and my family were at the time, I really just had to think about where we wanted to be, how we wanted finances to go, and just all the adult things that come into play when you have gone from being a wife and bonus mom to two to a wife bonus mom / mom to 4 children. Just all those things, like, overall. And so I decided I was going to go back to work. Now, those of you that, know me know that for about a decade, about 10, 11 years, I was a part of the early childhood education community as a teacher, community profession, as a teacher and administrator. So something that I wasn't necessarily sure I wanted to go back to, but I still love children. I still love working with children. I obviously adore my own. And I was like, all right, this is what I do. This is what I've gone to school for. This is, it. So like, let me just see what I can find. I started working at a center. I think it was in October of last year. And from there, I enrolled the girls, and they were coming to work with me, a couple of days a week. And my mom retired, so she was taking care of them on the other days that they were not at work with me. And so I was back in a more assistant supporting role as a teacher. So that was happening. And then after that, things were pretty on the up and up, but just busy, And then my husband ended up back in the hospital around Christmas time last year. And that was a scare for us because those of you that know, my husband has type 2 diabetes, and in 2020, he went into the hospital the first time due to just a random infection in his foot, a blister that got infected. And from there, it turned into something crazy, right? Something unexpected. He was in the hospital for, I think, 3 months around that time. Or no. I think it was like 2.5 months he was in the hospital. And it was a lot, right? So that happened in 2020. He went back in the hospital again in 2021. And that one was an even more serious situation. And then we're looking at 2 years later in 2023, he goes back in the hospital. Y'all, we talked about this, me and him, and it's definitely, we're not having any more hospital situations, okay? Like, no more hospital situations, not for me, not for him. We don't want this anymore. But needless to say, that situation went down, and that kind of kicked off 2024 for us in a lot of craziness. But, by, I want to say about March, everything was looking up. We're flowing, we're going. I'm still at work. I was in a new position as a lead teacher in a classroom, and, everything seemed to be going pretty well. And then we moved from where we were at. We were West Siders for a good 2 years, and we moved into this beautiful new apartment space, more square footage, able to move my mom in with us, which is a godsend, okay? I'm so, so grateful. Y'all, if y'all know me, y'all know where I go, Deborah goes, okay? That's my mom. And that's just how we've always rocked and rolled, okay? But I am so truly grateful for the fact that I have my mother, my mother-in-law. Like, I have a village, right? I have people that are here to support me, because honestly, I would be losing my mind right now if it wasn't for God and them, like 110%. And so we moved her in, got settled in here, and then I got fired in the beginning of April in 2024. Honestly, hindsight is 2020. Probably should have seen it coming a little bit, but also at the same time, I shouldn't have seen it coming. And I'll get more into what that experience taught me in some later episodes, especially when I go into really connecting with how my faith has taken such a huge and even stronger role in my life now that I've gone through that experience in particular. But it was a really big eye-opener, and it really shook me up because it sent me into a weird self-doubt spiral. Because being a teacher and being in early childhood education is a part of my heart. I love kids. I love families. I love bonding with children. I love seeing them grow. I love seeing them learn and develop. And one thing that this experience stirred up inside of me was a questioning of am I meant for this? Am I supposed to do this? But not in a way that was like, at first, not in a way that made me hopeful. It was in a way that really sent me into a depression. I was hurt because when you're told over and over again that how you do what you do is wrong, and not in a constructive way, not in a way meant to help you, but in a way where you feel like you're doing all you can, but it's never the right thing. It's never something that is appreciated. It's never something that's applauded. It's never something. And again, I didn't do what I didn't become a teacher for the applause, especially not how, people view childcare and education. But it's hard when you feel the heaviness of the attack in a way where it literally caused me to question who I was at my core. Am I a horrible person? Am I a horrible leader? Am I just everything about who I am? Am I just wrong? And because I was in that spiral, I really had to shift and pull deeper into an affirming mindset. And the way that I did that was I really tightened and honed in on my relationship with God. I needed someone to tell me who I was and affirm in me what I'm supposed to do. And my relationship with God was that affirming mindset that I needed. And it really had me circle back to what my core values are in life. Is it a job? Is it a role? Is it a career? What is it? Why am I letting this situation define me when that's not 100% who I am? It's a part of me, but it's not who I am at my core. I love God. I love my family. I am an advocate for mental health and wellness and mind, body positivity, not just in that superficial sense, but like really loving yourself and being confident in who you are and what you're here on this earth to do, and doing that in a way that speaks life into yourself and into other people, and doing what makes your spirit smile, being creative, flowing in the just creative nature of who we are as people. And I dance, I act, I do this podcast, I do all these things to express myself and express myself in a creative way. And those are my values, those are my cores, that's the core of who I am and what I am. And that circled right back to why I created this podcast in the first place. I created this podcast as a place where we as people can connect over stories of transformation and use those stories of transformation to inspire other people, to encourage other people, to show them love and light and hope in a world that can sometimes really show us the opposite, and especially with what we're going through right now. Like, as a country, as a society, there's a lot of darkness happening right now. And I believe in my core of cores, in my heart of hearts, and my soul of souls, that we need all the light and love that we can get right now in this earth and in this realm. And that is why I created this podcast. share the wisdom that I've learned in life, but also to encourage you all, to show you all that there's hope, that life's going to be hard, but there is still love in this world. There is still light in this world. And we can cultivate that so that the hard times don't have to be so hard. So I'm just excited to be able to bring this platform to you all, to bring this podcast to you all, to create and grow this community. You know, I love being able to do this, and I don't ever want to put it down until it's time for me to put it down. And I'm just excited that I reconnected to why I started this in the first place. Like, I'm so excited to be back and to be here with you all. Like, I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. And yeah, I can't wait to continue to just share this journey with you guys. So yeah, here we are in this lovely reintroduction episode, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, and I'm excited. I'm ready, and I'm back, y'all. Your girl is back, right? And I am a stay-at-home mom now. Like, life is real, okay? I am at home full-time, 24/7 with the two beautiful loves of my life, my babies, my twin girlies, and they are entering into toddler life, and whoo, it is something else, okay? It's busy, it's energetic, it's a lot. It's a lot. And honestly, like, if I didn't have my mama, if I didn't have my husband, if I didn't have just the support of our entire family, my mother-in-law, I'm telling you, my village, if I didn't have them, your girl would be going insane. But I do, and I'm really grateful, because that honestly is where my heart is right now, being at home with them full time and just seeing them grow and pouring into them everything that I've learned within my early childhood education, career journey. Just being able to pour that into my babies is something that I'm so grateful for. So I'm doing that. And my health journey, as you all know, I've talked a lot about my weight loss journey and how important that was for me as like a catalyst for my transformation. And so I'm doing a lot right now to get my postpartum health where it needs to be. And I honestly cannot wait to share more about my health journey with you guys in a later episode, because I had to make some big time decisions for my health, because I knew it was going to impact me, it was going to impact my babies, it was going to impact my family, and I had to make them. But I'm so glad that I did, and I feel on track, and I feel like myself for the first time in about 2.5 years. Like, I really feel like Jessica again, and I'm excited about that. And then what's been even more exciting for me is I've been creating more time to get in depth into my Bible, into my word, and just really growing my relationship with God, pouring into that relationship and creating space for that in a not superficial way, like really doing that. And I mean, it's not perfect. I'm not saying that I'm doing it as often as I should be, but I'm becoming more intentional, and that is a really important thing to me. And on top of that, even like really exciting is your girl has started a business. Yes, I have. I'm diving headfirst into this entrepreneurial journey, and I'm so excited. I started a virtual assistant business and social media management business, and I'm so pumped. I feel like I'm in my groove and in my grind in a way that is so fun and new. It's also a little unnerving. It is a little unsettling because it's 100% me. Like, I'm not getting a check every single week. Like, I'm not working for somebody else. Like, I am working for Jessica, and it is scary. But I'm in service, which is something that I really, really love. And I'm able to be creative. And those are the things that I'm just so excited about. Like, it's new, it's fresh, and I cannot wait to dive more into that and just really see where God is going to take it, because He really gave it to me. He really said, this is what I want you to do. And I feel a flow even more so than I've ever felt before. And I'm so excited to see, I feel like I've used excited as a noun or as an adjective, verb, whatever you want to call it, a lot this episode, because there's just an air of new and excitement right now. After what felt like a really, really hectic and dark period for me, emotionally and spiritually. I really didn't know what was going to happen next, and it was scary. And I really thought that I wasn't flowing how I should have flowed. Like, I was like, I'm not doing what I should be doing. But I could not figure out what that was. And when I finally surrendered to the pivot that my life was going in, that was when the door opened, and it was like, okay, this seems like a path for me. And I consulted Jesus, I consulted my husband and my family, my village, and everybody was like, we got you, we're on board. And that was what I needed. And once I got that, I was like, all right, let's do it. Nothing beats a try but a fail. And even then, did it really beat the try? So that's where I'm at. But yeah, I'm excited. Everything is new right now. It's a season of new. Even in the midst of so much chaos, I have so much peace. And that is my wish for all of you guys, is that even in the midst of chaos, you are finding peace, doing whatever it is that you need to do to find that. And I hope that it's directing you in a path of love and light. Okay? So, your girl's going to be releasing new episodes every Friday from now until the end of the year. So it's an exciting time. But I really want you guys to look forward to that. There's going to be a new format for this podcast coming very, very soon. I'm still working out some details, but yeah, we're going to be shifting into something new for that as well. And then we're going to be talking a lot more, diving in deeper to my faith journey, twin mamahood, what that's like with 2 twin tornadoes, toddlers, and, just talking more about my health journey and, what that has turned into. And there's just going to be so much more. And I really hope that you guys continue to listen, continue to give feedback. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know what you want to talk about, what you would love me to share more of. If you would like to hear any guests come on, just really, really, talk to me, y'all. That's what we're here for. Like, this is our community. This is our Slay Vibez community, okay? I want to hear from you guys. So I really, really, really hope that you come back. You know, share, like, subscribe, all those things. And, you know, just tune in, because it's going to be a really fun time. And I really just cannot wait to reconnect with you guys. So this has been the Slay Vibez Only Podcast. I love you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. And I will see you all in the next episode. Okay? I love you guys. All right. Bye.